Hey everybody, I'm picking up right here the first paragraph on this second page. We left off where it says, "You didn't stick around to see if the path I'd forged was trustworthy. You moved 3,000 miles away. You said it was what God was calling you to do, but all I could see was that what I had achieved towards safety for people like us at church wasn't good enough for you. That was when you lost my respect. Where were you when I needed someone to help me explain that being gay isn't about what two women do in bed, or that gay and pedophile aren't synonyms? How dare you stay hidden when you could have brought me the hope and company I was starving for? How dare you run away when even I could muster the strength to stay? I understand why you didn't want to be the first, but once I came out, why didn't you join me? I was desperate for reinforcements. My life was hanging in the balance. I'm haunted by the nearness of my escape. You had the power to transform my hell into something more livable, and you didn't use it. I don't know if I can forgive you for that." Cat Wilson. Dear Mom and Dad, at the time, I didn't know that coming out to one's parents should be carefully planned, preferably with brochures on hand and prepared I statements. I didn't know that there were whole websites, whole books dedicated to the subject of how to say the pages are out of order, you guys. I'm going to jump down of how to say I'm gay without shutting down the lines of communication. I just know I wanted you two to know that I knew what I knew about myself, that straight didn't fit the shape of me. My method wasn't complicated. I checked out every book the library had on queer youth, fiction and nonfiction. They had 76. I spread the books over the house, stacked on the kitchen counter, balanced on the arms of the couch, perched by our desk chairs, piled on the coffee table, and liberally scattered around my bedroom. A few days later, one of you said in passing, "So, you think you might be gay?" And I said, "Yes, just those 3 letters." You've been behind me ever since. As I've gone public and activist in the queer arena, I've suffered plenty of doubt, but never about your support. When people ask me in that careful tone used for approaching sensitive topics, "And your parents, are they okay with it?" I tell them this: if parents are assigned by lottery, I won the $100 million jackpot. I love you, your daughter, Kat. Dear Margaret, it must have been terrifying to see your only child, your precious daughter, turn 13 and grow into a head-turning beauty strangers lusted over. I know it scared me to see the girl I'd been a tutor, babysitter, and friend to become a young woman in possession of her own sexuality. I think we were both afraid that someone would try to force sex on her. Never mind that she was and is strong and able to defend herself. We were both worried beyond reason. You as a mother, and I because I am an only child too, and she was the nearest I had to a little sister. I was frank with you from the beginning. I wanted you to know from the outset that I was gay so you couldn't use my hiding it as evidence against me. I knew you were uncomfortable with my homosexuality, so I was careful with physical boundaries with your daughter. When she initiated hugs, I kept them one-armed. When she, 10-year-old that she was, asked me to tickle her, I suggested we play cards instead. We are 2 different people, and we cope with the gnawing fear for her in different ways. I dealt with my fear by trying to arm her with knowledge about the carnal things you kept her ignorant of. I had no right to trespass on your decision to keep words like penis, vagina, clitoris, masturbate, and lesbian from her, but I thought that having words for those things might help her protect herself if someone tried to use those words to have power over her. I tried to use them in a safe context, to reduce the squirm factor so no one could take advantage of her discomfort with them. I remember being 13, and I know there were times at that age when my knowledge about sex helped keep me safe. I knew your daughter was uncomfortable with my talk. I didn't know that she spoke of it to you. And this recording is about to end, so we are going to pick up where we left off on video 3. And I'm going to have to find the page. The pages are a little bit messed up, so I apologize. But I will